and today we're going to do all about fairy tales. As you can see, I've got my little red riding hood cape on and my basket. It's got some books in there. So our first book that we're going to read today is Humpty Dumpty Climbs Again, and it's by Dave Horowitz. Humpty Dumpty climbed up a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall, and all the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. Finally, one of the king's horses, had the good sense to call a doctor. What is this? I think it's his butt. Mr. Dumpty, said the doctor, you really must be more careful. I mean, for Pete's sake, you're an egg. Since then, Humpty has not climbed a single wall. We'll return after these messages. Now all the king's horses and all the king's men make jokes about Humpty Dumpty. Whenever they pass his house, they chant, Humpty Dumpty sits in a chair. He used to climb rocks. Today he wouldn't dare. One day, the dish went to visit Humpty Dumpty. When the dish arrived, Humpty Dumpty was sitting around in his underwear watching television. Listen, Humpty Dumpty, said the dish, this is getting ridiculous. You used to be such a brave egg. Everybody looked up to you. Now you're just sitting around watching TV? Whatever, said Humpty Dumpty. After that great fall I had, climbing rocks just seemed so silly. I mean, what's the point? If you say so, said the dish, and the dish ran away with a spoon. Humpty Dumpty went back to watching TV when along came a spider. The spider dropped down and frightened Humpty Dumpty right out of his house, and there in the middle of the street stood the once mighty Humpty Dumpty. A little dog laughed to see such a sight, and poor Humpty Dumpty headed for the hills. Humpty Dumpty kept walking until he reached the wall. For old time's sake, he climbed up a few big rocks that lay at the bottom. And he found out that he was not alone. Oh, great, thought Humpty Dumpty. It's all the king's men. They'll probably make fun of me some more. But they did not. All the king's men had a big problem of their own. The king's favorite horse, Milt, had gotten stuck way up on the wall. The king will have our heads for this, the men said grimly. We're so doomed. What will we do? Humpty Dumpty noticed the climbing equipment at the men's feet. Without a word, he coiled up their rope, threw it over his shoulder, and... Yep, you guessed it, Humpty Dumpty climbed again. Now he's climbing. Yes, Humpty Dumpty knew he could fall, but still Humpty Dumpty climbed up the wall. For as long as there's trouble for horses and men, good Humpty Dumpty the egg climbs again. We're saved! What a brave egg! P.S. From that day on, Humpty Dumpty never climbed again without the proper safety equipment, or without his pants. Did you all like that story? It was so cute! Oh, it's such a cute story. Okay, so for our little song today, we're going to do fairy tales. So you're going to do this with me, okay? We're going to do it twice. It's once upon a time in a land far away, a girl kissed a frog, and that just made its day. Far across the town, Red Riding Hood took such a fright, she found a wolf in her granny's bed when she told her goodnight. Fairy tales, read them every day. Oh, what fun it is to hear how Goldilocks ran away. Fairy tales, full of joy and laughter. Do you know how this one ends? Why, it's happily ever after. Okay, we're going to do it one more time, okay? Once upon a time, in a land far away, a girl kissed a frog, and it just made its day. Far across the town, Red Riding Hood took a fright. She found a wolf in Granny's bed when she told her goodnight. Fairy tales, read them every day. Oh, what fun it is to hear how Goldilocks got away. Fairy tales, full of joy and laughter. Do you know how this one ends? Why, it's happily ever after. I hope you all enjoyed doing that. And our next story is, who is it? I can get it out of the basket. It's written by Sally Grindley and illustrated by, so the pictures are done by Rosaline Beardshaw. Someone's eating Mr. Bear's porridge. Someone is sitting in Mrs. Bear's chair. Someone's sleeping in Baby Bear's bed. Who is it? You know who it is? I'm going to turn the page. Ready? It's Goldilocks! Wake up, Goldilocks! The bears are after you! Someone's going into Grandma's cottage. Someone's eating Grandma up. Someone's wearing Grandma's night clothes. Who is it? It's the wolf! Look out, Little Red Riding Hood! Someone's built a wooden bridge under a house, under a wooden bridge. Someone hears a trip-trapping over his head. Someone's feeling hungry and he's ready to pounce. Who is it? It's the troll! Run away, Billy Goat Scrub! Someone's climbing up a great big beanstalk. Someone's going through a great big door. Someone's stealing a giant's enormous bag of gold. Who is it? It's Jack! And the giant waked up. Get out there fast, Jack. We gotta go. Someone's watching you read this book. Someone can't wait till you reach the last page. Someone's ready with a big surprise for you. Who is it? Who do you think it is? It's me! And I'm going to get you now. Did y'all like that book? It was so cute. Okay, so we're going to do a few of our nursery rhymes with our little flannel board we have right here. So, our first one is Humpty Dumpty. We already did that one, but we're still going to do it. We're going to act it out, okay? So, let me get my little characters. So, here is our wall. Put it right there. And Humpty Dumpty. So, Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. And all the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. Good job. And now we have Jack and Jill. Drop their bucket. We'll go over here. So, we have Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. So they're going up the hill. And Jack fell down and broke his crown. And Jill came tumbling after. So there's Jack and Jill. Okay, and then we have Hickory Dickory Dock. And we're going to do this one together, okay? Let me get my little mouse out. So we have a little mouse, and we have a clock, the grandfather clock. So we have Hickory Dickory Dock. The mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck 1, and the mouse ran down. Hickory Dickory Dock. We're going to do that one more time, okay? Hickory Dickory Dock. The mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck 1, and the mouse ran down. Hickory Dickory Dock. Good job. Okay, and we also have Hey Diddle Diddle. So we have Hey Diddle Diddle. I gotta find my cat and the fiddle. There's my cat and the fiddle. Hey Diddle Diddle, the cat and the fiddle, and the cow jumped over the moon. So we're gonna have to have them. Cow jumped over the moon, and the dog laughed to see such a sport, and the dish ran away with the spoon. So we'll do that again, okay? So hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle, the cow jumped over the moon. For the dog laughed to see such a fright, and the dish ran away with the spoon. Good job. Okay, now we're going to use Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. We're going to do that with our hands. Can you show me your hands? Go like this. So So we're going to go, twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high. You show me diamond? Good job. Like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Good job. So the next one we have is Little Bo Peep. I'll do that one, and then I will show you my last book and a cool book that we have here at the library. Little Bo Peep has lost her sheep and can't tell where to find them. Leave them alone, they'll come home, and they'll be wagging their tails behind them. So we're going to count her sheep, okay? Then we'll do it again. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 sheep, okay? So we'll do it again. Little Bo Peep has lost her sheep, and she can't tell where to find them. Leave them alone, they'll come home with their tails wagging behind them. So we're counting again, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You show 5 and we good? Good job. So our next thing we have is our last story, and that is Fairytale Pets. Oh, this is such a cute little story. It's by Tracy Corduroy. So she wrote the words, and the pictures are done by George Martin. Bob lived on a nice, neat hill. In a nice, neat house with neat roses. His dog named Rex was friendly and smart, and he was very quiet and neat for a dog. Their life was perfectly neat and fine, except they were very, very poor. I need to find a job, said Bob, but what can I do? Then Bob remembered he loved animals, and the neighborhood was full of them. That's it! I'll take care of pets, he cried. That's easy. So that night, Bob and Rex put up posters all around town. They said, need help with your pet? Then Bob and Rex are here for you. We walk dogs, we cat sit, we house hamsters. No pet is too big or too small. Come to the house on the hill. All ready, said Bob the next day. When ding dong, the first pet arrived. Hi, beamed a little golden-haired girl. Could you please take care of my baby bear while I'm on vacation? Bear, gulped Bob. He had been expecting hamsters and bunnies. Don't worry, said the girl. He is such a little sweetheart. And waving goodbye, she skipped away. But then the little sweetheart found his voice. Someone's been eating my porridge. Someone's been sitting on my chair. And someone's been sleeping in my bed. No, stuttered Bob. That's Rex's bed. But in jumped the bear and crack. Oh my, cried Bob, staring at the mess. But the bear didn't care because now he had a splinter. Wah! No sooner had Bob gotten the splinter out when, ding dong, another pet arrived. I'm Jack, said the boy at the door. Can you take care of Gabby, my goose? Said Bob. Much easier than a bear. Jack took some beans from his pocket. Take these in return, he said. Beans? Asked Bob as he took the goose in. Now, where should we put her? He wondered. But Gabby soon found the perfect spot for her nest. Someone's been sitting on my head, grumbled Baby Bear. And she's still there, look! Don't worry, gasped Bob. We'll get her down. But the goose did not want to be moved. She fluttered and flapped and pecked and squawked. Then suddenly out popped a big, heavy egg. Crash! Good heavens! Exclaimed Bob. Too noisy! Cried Baby Bear. Wah! Poor Rex had barely cleaned things up when, ding dong, no more pets, groaned Bob. With a heavy sigh, he opened the door to see a rather green lady staring back. Here, she said in a growly voice, take these nice, quiet billy goats. No, wait, pleaded Bob. We don't have room for all three. But the goats were already inside. Trip, trap, trip, trap, trip, trap went their clinky hooves, tipping over teapots, trampling over tables, and ow! They stepped on my toes, squealed Baby Bear. Wah! What a ruckus! or you'll scare the goose. But it was too late. Ha! Gabby hooted, and out tumbled several more eggs, and they thumped and bumped and crashed and crashed. No! Wailed Bob. The house was a wreck. That's it. No more pets. But just when Bob thought that things couldn't get any worse, 3 little pigs skipped up to the house. Our puppy needs a walk, the leader cried. He's really friendly, we promise, honest. Bob looked at the puppy. It was positively huge. I'm sorry, but we're full, he exclaimed. But the puppy just opened its big, wolfy mouth, full of big, sharp, wolfy teeth, and then it huffed, and it puffed, and it blew the house down. Meh, wah, honk, honk. Oh, Rex, gasped Bob. I'm done with pet sitting. The problem was, what else could he do? Then, out of his pocket fell one of Jack's beans. That's it. I'll be a gardener, Bob decided, planting all the beans at once. Soon they would grow, and then he'd sell them down at the market, and he and Rex would live happily ever after. Hooray! Cheered Bob with a great big smile. What could possibly go wrong? What do you think could go wrong? Y'all like that story? It's so cute. I loved it. Okay, so I will show you our pop-up book of nursery rhymes, which is such a cute little book. So we did Hey Diddle Diddle. So it goes, hey diddle diddle, the cat played the fiddle, the cow jumped over the moon, the little dog laughed to see such fun, the dish ran away with the spoon. And then we have the 5 little piggies. The 5 little piggies. This little piggy went to the market, and this little piggy stayed home. This little piggy had roast beef. Oh. This little piggy had none. And this little piggy went wee, 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 all the way home. Then we have a wise old owl. A wise old owl lived in an oak. The more he saw, the less he spoke. The less he spoke, the more he heard. Why can't we all be like that old bird? Mary, Mary, quite contrary, how does your garden grow? With silver bells and cockle shells and pretty maids all in a row. And the maids are the flowers. Pat a cake, baker's man. Bake me a cake as fast as you can. We're going to roll it, pat it, and mark it with a B, and put it in the oven for baby and me. I like that little story. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. Humpty Dumpty, all the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. Mary had a little lamb. Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow, and everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. It followed her to school one day, which was against the rules. It made the children laugh and play to see a lamb at school. It was at her desk at school. We have, I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Here is my handle and here is my spout. When I get all steamed up, hear me shout. Just tip me over and pour me out. We have eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by the toe. If he hollers, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Oh, we have the itsy bitsy spider. The itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the itsy bitsy spider went up the spout again. And the spider's even doing itsy bitsy with its fingers. Then we have Old Mother Hubbard. Old Mother Hubbard went to the cupboard to get her poor dog a bone. When she got there, the cupboard was bare, so the poor little dog had none. We have Baa Black Sheep. Baa Black Sheep, have you any wool? Yes, sir, 3 bags full. 1 for the master and 1 for the dame and 1 for the little boy who lives down the lane. So that's a full sheep and then 3 bags full of wool. Then we did Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, how I wonder what you are, up above the world so high like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. And hush-a-bye. Hush-a-bye, baby, in the treetop. When the wind blows, cradle will rock. When the bough breaks, cradle will fall. And down will come baby, cradle and all. Little dove saved. And then we have Starlight, Starbright. Star light, star bright, the first star I see tonight. I wish I may, I wish I might have the wish I wish tonight. And 2 little mouses. So I hope you liked that book. That was just some of our little nursery rhymes that we have. And then for our storytime craft, we have Humpty Dumpty. So you'll cut him out and you'll place him back together on your paper. You'll have little Miss Muffet sat on top of it eating her porridge and whey. Down came a spider and scared her, so she ran away. So you get to color that, and then nursery rhymes are a lot of fun. Pick a picture and let's say one. So you get to say one of the ones that we said, and you'll get to put your name on there, and you'll have a certificate for doing your own little nursery rhyme at home. And our craft is Humpty Dumpty. So Humpty Dumpty's arms and legs are in here, and you'll take the thread or the little pieces that come with it, and you'll put them through and put them back together again. Or you can glue them on paper. And I hope you enjoyed our story times for the month of June. Thank you for participating in our summer reading program, and we will have our programs back in July for the different weeks in July. So we'll have all kinds of craft bags and stuff again. So we'll hope to see you then.